Hello everyone. So in this video we are going to finalize the things that we are working from last few videos that I have uploaded. So as we know that we have completed the configuration part and repository, entity, service, everything we are done with that. So right now we are going to make a URL that will help us to register or log in the user. I'll make register user because while making register you will understand that how to make a login part also. So let me start with the API making process. Let me first make a method. No, not login. It's register user. Sorry, register user. And you must be thinking that this is all I came here to write. No, no. Let me complete the other things that I need to use here because we need the data uh, that are here in the user entity. Right? We need ID, email, password, first name, last name, mobile number. That's it. And this token and is boolean. I think we will set that statically, means we will not send this boolean and token from the API. Anyway, that those are not required fields, so we can set it here when we will receive the data. Let me first try it so that you will understand that what I mean to say. Let me first write user, and here I will get user details, and inside the service layer, I need to accept the details that user entered. Public user service, and it's auto wired, and here I will say user service dot register, and inside register I will send the user details. Let me make this method inside service class, and here I will, what I need to do, I don't want to store the password like as it is, means if user enters test as a password I must not store test. I want to I want to encode it, so I will use password encoder. It will help me to encode the password. Mm, so password encoder, and now what I need to do is uh, if user will give me the password, I'll just change the password only, and rest everything whatever the user will give me I will save it as it is. So let's make a variable. I'll say encoded password, and here password encoder dot encode user dot get password, and now I will set the password that is encoded, and yeah, all set. Now I just have to save the details, save user. I think I'm done with this part. I don't need to do anything here, and this one Here I have to make post mapping. Register. I hope everything is working fine. No. If you want to embed database, so I think I have not embedded the, yes, I have not mentioned that which database I am using, because this thing is default that we need to write this way. Now let's make a new database. User register. User register. I'll copy the name and here I will paste it. Now this is my username and my password is null. MySQL 5 DB dialect and auto is update. Yeah, I hope I don't need anything now. Let's run it again. So there was some error that I did before while writing the program. That is, I missed this bean annotation in the password encoder in security config class. And another thing was I I missed this override here in security config class. And one more thing was, yeah, I think those two were the only problem that because of that I was getting some errors. There was another thing also, if I remember. I went to yeah, this one. JWT authentication entry point. Here I forgot to mention component because this class will be auto detected when we run the program and or uh, when some API call happens. So the class uh, which which have annotation as component, these are auto detected when some changes happens. Okay, so you need to mention it carefully that which class is component and which class is service and which class is entity. Okay, so because of these things I was getting some errors. Anyway, now our website is ready and it's running on port 9001. So let me open Postman, and yeah, this is the fields that I used in my previous project. So I will use this one right now. Email, password, first name, last name, mobile number. Email, password, first name, last name, mobile number. Yeah, everything is same. Let me hit send. Okay, I'm getting unauthorized, and the reason will be in security config. Here I need to specify that we don't need any authorization when some call happens from this URL. Okay, we can see registration success. If we will go back to database, inside user table, user yeah, user table. We can see that we got the ID, email, and enable is false, 0. All the data are filled, and password we can see we used bcrypt password encoder is working fine. And this is the time when we created the ID, but name is different. You can name it accordingly. Anyway, I think we are done with the registration part, and you can see that we don't get any message written that this is your default password that you need to log in through. If you remember that if we when we use a Spring Security dependency, we get the default login page, and now we are not going to get it because everything is custom. All things are made by ourselves. So now we can do any changes as we want. For example, here while changing the password, we can check whether the user entered valid email ID or not, or whether the user entered valid phone number or not. Because uh, if you are making this project in India, so here the mobile number is 10 digits. In US also it's around 10 or 11. So you can make according to that. To that, you can check the length of the phone number. You can check the uh, email ID whether it's properly formatted or not, and you can generate token also. And token will be helpful to send it in email ID, and from that email ID they can click it and they can assure that I have verified the email token. I mean to say that here in the place of token, we will generate the token, okay, at this place when the user will register, and this enable will be 0, it will be false. But when the user will click on the link that we will provide with this token, okay, then this enable will become true. And if then this enable will get true, then the user can log in into their profile. Else while logging we can check whether this enable is true or false. And this token verification code, these are like normal things. Almost many people use this part to change the password, or when user forget their password. If you want that I make that part also, you can uh, comment it down, but right now I think it's sufficient to start as a beginner. uh, and after this thing you can easily make the login part also. So everything we have met till now is very important to make custom login and register user. Now whatever you want to make, whatever you want to add in a project, just keep going. And there is one project that I made before also, you can take help from that too. And the things that I have written here uh, is same in the project that I have made before. You can check the video and you can download the project from my GitHub profile that is mentioned in that video. Okay, so I'm going to end up this login registration videos. I will continue with another one, and do like and subscribe my channel. Is my request for you. So that's it. Thank you.